Well, enough politics for now. Listen to this. Our brain prevents us from thinking about our own death. That's the conclusion of a study conducted by the Department of Psychology at Israel's Bar-Ilan University. And according to the researchers, although the brain might recognize the notion of death, it actually shields us from the thought, looking at it as something that can only happen to somebody else. I-24 News reporters Fleur Citrouk and Ben Levine heard from the scientists behind it.
Accidents, incurable diseases, surely they only happen to others. Researchers at Bar-Ilan University wanted to understand how our brain avoided thinking of our own deaths, even since childhood.
In my lab a few years ago, a former student, Eliyahu Shai, found that when people are given words that are related to death, they're not suppressed. On the contrary, people remember them more and people react to them faster.
But can we identify this denial by looking at the electrical activity of our neurons? To find out, the scientists scanned the brains of 50 volunteers.
So, Barak, I'm going to take your picture now. So I would like to ask you to maintain a neutral expression. Not happy, not sad.
The participants see a stream of images of themselves, strangers, and an avatar, created by merging the two images. These photos are associated with words evoking either violence or death.
On this screen, I can see exactly what Barak is seeing, okay? On this screen, we can see a sample. There are 248 channels recording his brain activity.
When a participant sees a photo of themselves, the usual predictive sign is missing, as if the brain were refusing to make the connection. But when the same participant sees the photo of a stranger, that signal reappears sharply.
The way we interpret this is that it's not just that the brain refuses to see itself under death, but it kind of pushes death onto the other, and that's why the effect completely disappeared. And this is something I did not expect, and it actually was a little bit shocking to see that.
It was a little bit strange when I saw words like grave or something, and I saw my picture. It made me think about, my own death.
The brain spends an immense amount of energy to avoid, at every moment, dwelling on the idea of its host's own death.
And when this energy is freed, when we can really kind of, when we don't feel the urge, or we don't have to kind of deny death and push it away from us, it frees up a lot of energy which we can use.
The next step, the researchers plan on conducting the same experiment, but with volunteers who religiously practice meditation to see if it is, in fact, possible to either dampen or suppress this denial of death.